Hello guys, what's going on? My name is Brooks. Welcome to the new YouTube channel. To start off, we're going to be making our first video over making logos for your YouTube channel in Photoshop. So let's get into it. So once you have your Photoshop, leave a comment and like below if you want to see how to get Photoshop for free. No payments, no trial, changing the date, nothing like that. 100% free. Leave a comment below and I'll make a video. So when you open Photoshop, you want to go up here to File, New, and you'll get this. So you can name it. So name it whatever you want. I'll just name it YouTube logo. For your width, you want it to be 800 by 800. Make sure this is pixels, and then resolution 1080. Now you don't have to have it transparent, but I like transparent. It just makes everything easier for you. Okay, so go ahead, hit OK on that, and this right here is what you'll get. And everybody sees this and they're like, oh no, what do I do from here? So you can either do your text, write your name out, or you can go ahead and get your background image. So I'm going to get my background image. So for that, I like to use Galaxy backgrounds, and that's embarrassing, I mistyped it. But find one of these. Now find one, since we made our resolution, find one that's 1080p just so nothing's rescaled. So this one right here looks cooler. Actually, I'll use this one. So go ahead and save it. I'll take a second here. I would recommend you save it to your desktop, but you save it wherever you want. So we'll just name this YT background pic. So that'll go ahead and save. It'll download down there. We can go back to Photoshop. Now that we got that saved, we can go over here to File, go down to Place, and then it'll show us everything. So then we'll just find where we got it. And then, as we'll see, this will be it. So then we go ahead and hit Place. Now, this does not look good for us if we rescale that. So, like I said, it's a lot of trial and error. That looks horrendous, so we're just going to delete that. But I have another one here that we'll just go ahead and use just for time purposes, you know. Where is it? And that's not it. No, there we go. So once you get set, you want to just go ahead and hit the check mark up there. And I kind of messed up here at the top, but just do it till you get it how you want it. And then we'll go over here to our text. Now pick your font. Now there's a quintillion fonts you could use, okay? There's way too many to name off, and there's way too many for me to tell you what to use. But if you want a good website, thefont.com, I'll leave this in the description below. This is a great website to see how you want to get a font. So we'll go ahead and we'll look for one just for this video. Now over here there's lots of different options. Now we do have more of a Galaxy type theme, so let's go with a cartoon font. Grinch, Bubblegum, Pokemon, that looks like a cool one. Not going to use that one though. Some of these look cool, others look like actual garbage. So we'll go ahead and we'll just use Grinch. So when you find one you like, you can go ahead over to the right here and hit download. That'll download as a zip file. You can go ahead and open that up, and it should bring you to your or maybe not. Yep, there it is. It's up here. So go ahead and open that. Now you won't need this top one, you'll need this bottom one here that has the .otf. It'll show this up, make sure it's the right one, and hit install font. Now keep in mind the name that we used for that. So that name was Grinched. So we can go back to here, and you'll have to stroll and you'll have to look pretty well. I just saw it. Here it is. And for our color, we'll make it white just to start off. So now, let's make this pretty big. 72 is a little big. And we can move it down, and we'll just type in Brew X. So that's my name. Now, 36, that's still pretty big. Let's go with 12. Try 20. It's a lot of trial and error to see kind of where you want your text. See, so 20 seems, 25 is a little big. Let's see how 20 looks. 20 looks just about right for me. So now that we've got this, I kind of like the white color. Now, you can change it to whatever you want. I'll have to select it, obviously. But you can change it to whatever color you want, like gray. But we're not going to be doing that because we're actually going to be just doing something special. So we're going to just leave it white for now. Now, if you want to do some special shape type things with your text or make it arched, you can head up to here where it has this little T and this like kind of half circle thing. It says create wrapped text. Now, you'll click on that, you'll get a window that pops up and you'll get wrapped text. For style, you can pick any of these. Now, this doesn't look that good. We can do it everywhere. That looks pretty cool. Do the wave. Some of these ones are pretty weird, like fisheye. I don't think that kind of looks cool. But twist, that doesn't look that good. That just looks weird. Squeeze. A lot of these look neat. Others look just stupid. Like, what even is that? Or like the bulge. That's a pretty cool one. That's eye appealing. You want something that stands out. But I'll probably do the arc lower, just because that kind of gets it a pop out feel. And I'll put it at 40, and I'll go ahead and hit OK. So that looks great right there. Now we are going to leave it just dead mass in the center. I would never do that if I were you, but you know, it's just a video. Now we're going to go over and these are our layers over here. So we're going to right click on Brooks, and we're going to hit blending options. So we're going to blend this. Now you can use whatever one of these you want. I like to use contour or texture. If you use texture right, it can look really cool. And you can make it really small, so it's not a lot. I usually try to leave it at about 60 to 70, sometimes 50, sometimes more. And then depth, you can make it deep. There's all sorts of things with this. Now for this, I'm not going to use it just because it doesn't quite look good on this. But for contour, you can use that. It makes it kind of pop out. Now, if you're going to use your range, I would make your range quite big, anti-aliased. And now with these, you can use, just mess around with them, see which ones you like. Like some of these are weird, like that looks weird. That looks kind of cool. Some of these look weird. Now, before we do anything like that, we are going to go down. We're going to stroke it. Now, with stroke, I don't like it like that. That's just big. Make it like look how big you can get that. That doesn't look good. So I'm gonna make mine pretty small, just so it separates the text and the picture. Always have it outside. Blend. You can have it on any blend you like. There's a million different ones here. I usually try to just use normal, just because it kind of makes everything normal. You can use inner shadow. You'd have to make it like set it perfectly. I'm gonna use it, just put it at 11, just kind of darken that. Now I always would recommend using an inner glow if you're gonna use the inner shadow. satin. I wouldn't use it. Color overlay. If you use this right and you get rid of the shadow and the glow, this can look really good. This is mainly just changing the color of it, but you make it like whatever, like green. That looks pretty cool. It is the Grinch, so it's past Christmas, but we'll do. It's whatever, you know. Now you can use a gradient overlay. I'll show you what you can do with this. You can. These are preset ones that have already been made. Oh, gotta get rid of that if we're gonna show you this. But these are ones that have already been made by Adobe for you. So you can use some of these. Some of these look really ugly, but other ones look pretty neat. Like this one. I like this, or this one. This is probably one of my favorite ones. Or there's grays, there's whites and shadows and transparency and all sorts of stuff. There's so much you can do in Photoshop, but we're gonna just leave it with the green color. Pattern overlay. I don't use it. Now drop shadow. As you can tell, it changes the color of the background quite a bit. It makes everything kind of darker right below the text. You can use this or you cannot use it. It's up to you. I would use an outer glow though if you're gonna use that, just because that makes more sense. I don't know, it's kind of common sense, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Nope, didn't mean to do that. And we'll hit OK. Now you can do some blending options with the background itself. You can't do much here though. There's not really much you can do. Now you can do, this is something neat, you can do a color overlay, change it super low, so it's about 10, and then you can kind of change the color of the background. So if we want like a green and blue, we can kind of do that, and that looks really cool right there. Wow. Okay. What color is that? But I'm gonna have to copy that. That looks really neat, but you can make it whatever color. So with the green, obviously doesn't look super great because we have the green text. Orange, peachish color, reds look good. That's what it was before. Pinks always look good. Blues usually always look good. There's so much in this, man, and it's all personal choice and what you think looks good. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I think this right here looks incredible. I'm gonna maybe just move this up a bit, just try and get this straightened out a bit. Now you can rotate this around and you can do all sorts of stuff like that, but I don't find that always to be necessary, just because if you have it right there, that's looking good. And on YouTube, on the profile, it's a circle. So if you kind of rotate stuff around, it might not fit in a circle. Stuff will look cut up and weird. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it like this. This looks good. Now I'm going to show you how to save it. So once you're done, you're ready to save it, you can go up here and hit File. You don't want to hit Save As, not just Save. Save As. I would save it to your desktop just so it's easy. Now, if you're on Mac, you're going to go down here to Format, and I would pick either PNG or JPEG. Not these, not JPEG 2000 or stereo. PNG or JPEG, whichever one you want. I use PNG just because it's the most basic. Now, we are going to change the logo up, the name at least, YouTube logo just for a tutorial, and we're going to go ahead and hit save. Now this is up to you. I never interlace my stuff, and I always have it the smallest and slow, just so, because YouTube has limits on like how big your file can be, so smallest and slow, it'll always work for you. So go ahead and hit OK on that, and then you'll see down here it'll take like 10 seconds. So we can actually go ahead and close out of this stuff. And now, sorry, it's really small. It's just how I have my stuff set up. We can go ahead and actually open this up, and we'll see that's our logo right there. Right there. It's that easy. It's so simple. You can do it in 30 minutes. your first time, and after that you'll be even faster. It's so easy, it looks good, and actually the background of that logo is the same background on my desktop, so you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. That looks great. I will see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, guys. Peace.